Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. I know I've done a lot of videos this week, um, and I've had a lot of decks coming to me. I wasn't going to order off this site anymore because the decks are super small when I get them, and there's usually no book. But I did find a couple decks that I wanted to get, even if it was just a small version. So I got one of them in the mail, and I was going to do a quick walkthrough of it. It is the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. It did not come with a book. It came in a little tuck box. It's smaller than a typical. Let me actually pull it up here. Sorry. Show you guys the difference in the cards. But that's the tuck box it came into, and I made a little pouch for it. Crocheted a little pouch for it. I've been into crocheting pouches for all my decks because most of them come in a tuck box. But it's pretty small. I think I more got this for the backs because they're gorgeous. I did already edge it in a black because it's black framed on here. Let me show you. The cards are really good stock though. They're easy to shuffle. But this is, I would say this is for my light seers. This standard tarot size. It's about you can see the difference. Big difference. But they're super cheap, and I wanted it just to be able to work with different decks. There's a couple, I got like 3 more coming. But yeah, that's the Witch's Tarot. This would actually be a great starter deck for anybody. It's based on the Rider-Waite-Smith. There's a couple differences in this deck. I think they just enhance it though. So let me get right into the images, and that's what we're all here for anyway. We have the Fool, the Magician, High Priestess. Love the black cat in that. The Empress. I really do like this Empress too. But this is digitized, obviously. And I think just because they're so much smaller, some places are fuzzy. It's nothing compared to the deck I have that I got at the $5 bit, the 5 and below. It's super blurry. You can't even really. I mean, you know what the pictures are, but it's not great artwork. It's very digitized. This is the Emperor. And for little tiny deck, it still works. Instead of the Hierophant, it's the High Priest. But I do love this artwork. The Lovers, love that card. The Chariot, I love that one. Love that he's in the clouds. It's different. I really love this Strength card. Still not as much as I like the one in the Light Seers, but I love that. The Hermit, pretty awesome too. The Wheel of the Year, I like it has all the different seasons on it. Spring, summer, winter, fall. Justice, looks to me like a typical Justice card. Hangman, kind of also like a typical Hangman, except it's got the raven. It looks like he's picking at the ropes up there. Crazy. Death. It's very ominous, Death to me. Temperance. This is actually very sweet. Tender feeling. And then this is the supposed to be the Devil. It's the shadow side, and I really like that difference. Really do like the difference in that. And then the Tower. These are typical Rider-Waite-Smith images. The star, the moon. I love this card. It's very dark and the sun. And I like that he's like a preteen on there on the horse. And then instead of judgment, we have karma, which I really like. The world. Love that the green man is in there. That's pretty cool. It's different. Ace of Wands. I think that's really pretty. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands, and I just realized it's got dragons in it. I love that. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. I love all the flowers in the wands. Instead of like with the light series, it has like gems on each one. Nine of Wands. It makes them more, to me, it makes them feel more subtle. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. And then we get into the Pinnacles, Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. And I love this one for some reason. It's very cold and depressing, but even with the dead tree, clearly dead tree, the pentacles are growing on it, so it just speaks to me of new life and new beginnings, possibilities of new beginnings, even in the darkest times. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. And like I said, these are very Rider-Waite-Smiths. Eight of Pentacles. I love it's got the skull there. And the crow. Or raven, whatever. Nine of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. I love the dog. And that seems to be more in the forefront than anything. It's the puppy. The big puppy. Page of Pentacles. And I see this. She reminds me of the Princess and the Frog. I feel like it is the princess from the Princess and the Frog. And I love that the prince or page is female. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And again, she's got a little puppy with her. I think that's a Shih Tzu. Pretty. King of Pentacles. And then we get into my favorite suit, the Swords. Ace of Swords. I love the hawk in that. Two of Swords. I like the moon in that. Beautiful. Three of Swords. And it is a typical heart with the three swords, but with the flowers and the I want to say it's like a fairy at the top, or in the bottom. It's like, I don't know. It's very sweet, even with the obvious three swords with the heart. Four swords. Love this one too. Five of Swords. Look at all the little fairies and the moth. It's, I don't know, they do something to me. 6 of Swords. And this is the first time I've ever seen one where they're in like plain Jane clothes. Like it's not period, it's like jeans and a t-shirt. Which almost doesn't fit with the rest of the wardrobe in this deck. 7 of Swords. Because he totally looks like he belongs in like the Himalaya Mountains or something. And as always, my favorite card in any deck, this one is no exception. It's gorgeous. The 8 of Swords. I love all the light and that she's wearing purple and all the flowers that are coming up. It's just, the 8 of Swords does something to me. 9 of Swords. I love the moon in the background of the window. 10 of Swords. Typical Rider-Waite with a little extra. It's got the owl up the top. It's got the flowers coming up. Page of Swords. Is that a dragon? Yeah, it's a dragon in the background. I like every now and then they sneak in a dragon. It's cool. Knight of Swords. And I just realized that page was a male, so it's weird. Queen of Swords. Love that. This deck gives the ones that are normally, like, obviously cold and distant, a kind of warmer feel to them. She's very, she doesn't feel like the Ice Queen that she does in some decks. King of Swords. Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. Beautiful. 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. I love all the foliage and the waterfall in the background. Gorgeous. 4 of Cups, and this is a little different because he's got a mermaid sitting there with him. That's pretty cool. And then this 5 of Cups is just a mermaid, which is cool. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Page of Cups. Very mermaidy feeling again. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. I love she's sitting in a seashell. And the King of Cups. And he's sitting in a seashell, clam shell, whatever. Love those. So yeah, that is the Witch's Tarot. Again, it's a small box. You can get it off of wish.com, or you can get it on what is this new app I went to. They're both apps. It is AOI Express, and I wasn't going to just because they're so small. But me being on work furlough and everything, I can't really spend the money I want on decks, like the full size with the book and all that. And so, because I am more of an intuitive reader, I actually don't read a whole lot of the books in the books I have. So I just decided I was going to go ahead and get a couple decks on there that I've seen that I wanted, just to have a variety and like try to get different meanings from different decks. Shuffle's amazing. Yeah, it's almost like a mini, but I think they're a little bit smaller than a mini. And we got the Queen of Wands today. She's very still to me, but also there's a brimming fire under the surface that she doesn't show. digging the flowers, man. And then she's just realized she's got a cat in her lap. Still gives me that feeling that she knows what she wants and she goes after it. So yes, that is the Witch's Tarot once again. If you're like me and can't afford a whole lot of decks, and because they can get pretty pricey, go Wish or ALI Express. Decks are like $3, $4, $5 on there. If you don't mind not getting a book, and the fact that they're small, because they are really small. Now I did get actually the Tarot Muha on there, and it is standard tarot, like slightly smaller than the tarot, the standard tarot size, like barely. Let me see here. Well, it doesn't look like that there. It's a lot taller. But yeah, it's. I mean, this size works for me. And the light seers may be a little bit bigger than standard tarot size, from what I've seen. But yeah, that's it. I've actually gotten the Tarot Muha off there for like $3. Didn't come with a book. It comes in a talk box. I've gotten a secondary copy of my Illuminati Tarot off there. It was like $2. But they are all usually a little smaller than what you would see in a standard size. So if that bothers you, you may not want to go in there. But if you're like me and you really don't care about the size, and you just want to get some different decks, that's the way to go. It does take a little while for you to get them. The ALI Express app I went on, it actually only took about 2 weeks to get this first deck, and I've got like 3 more coming. So we'll see how long it takes. It's saying that I'll have a lot by the end of the month, but it's a lot faster than Wish, because Wish can take 2 to 3 months. But yeah, that is the video. I just thought I would share that new deck with you guys. I do have other decks I have never shown before, so I will be doing that at another time. This is my only video today, because I'm taking a little break from it because I've done a lot of videos this week. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. You guys have a great day. Bye.